Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. It is July 9th, 2025. With Brother Phil, Brother Amir, Wake Up Everybody, Part 2. Brother Phil, we hadn't talked about this in a long time. I think it was um, beginning of this year. But as we see now, every single day, you hear about cryptocurrency. You hear about banks allowing, Fortune 500 banks allowing transactions through cryptocurrency, open up cryptocurrency accounts, you know, and the Fed chairman also mentioned, that he is open to cryptocurrency in our bank regulations. A lot of us are not prepared. A lot of us are taking heed to what's happening with the cashless society going digital, with the AI, with the cybersecurity. It's here, and they're going to put it in fifth gear in the next couple months because, for instance, we talked several times about one particular coin called XRP and the ISO 2020 um, with the other digital coins. That platform is supposed to be completed for the global banks. It's not just the national banks. November the 14th is when they're going to turn the switch on for the transactions. Right now, only the big five have been using it. Bank of America was the first one. JP's been using it with the transactions. Basically, a trial, um, just to see if they can get the kinks and everything out. The small banks that don't have the infrastructure or the funding to do this, they're going to get gobbled up. They're going to get gobbled up by the bigger institutions. I I I I I look at it and think about um, when we had multiple airlines. There was a lot of different airlines. We can even think back when there was a lot of different telephone companies.
Yeah.
When the divestiture came, it was just AT&T, and MCI was a part of that. We had a lot of different, like I said, airlines. Now we have what, maybe four airlines now? That's what's going to happen in the banking space. We have multiple, whether small, community, credit unions, semi, large, and then you got the big five. Watch and see. By before 2030, it won't be that many financial institutions because you said it before. I work in banking. That do you need to go into a bank?
You really don't. I know there's people out there, and because you work in the industry, I'm just on the customer side, never worked in it. But if you can do all your operations on your phone, I don't understand why somebody wants to wait in line to talk to a person, right? Because you're trying to handle business.
Right.
So if you have the ability to move funds, right, and I experienced, for me, when I took out decent size home renovation loan. All they did, man, I filled out the app. App might have took me, bro, 10 minutes. And I'm going to say within 8 hours, the funding was already in my account. Sight unseen. It was just off of information. So when it gets to, and then, to speak of cryptocurrency, a lot of people, when you say we're missing the boat, because we're so indoctrinated into paper and coins. So we know that I got a stack of money, I got a handful of coins. That's money. So unless I'm handing somebody the coins or that money for some exchange, some people it goes past them, right? The statement I just made where they just moved the money. It was just digits, right? So understanding the crypto, they're now trying to decentralize, right? They don't want the central bank to have to be involved in every transaction. They make money, interest off of every piece of paper, the American dollar that moves. So my understanding of the game is that they're getting them out the picture, right? So now it's more like a B2B, business to business, straight to whoever you're doing business with.
I went to the bank the other day because with the business, with Golden Ring, I wanted to change our e-commerce account. So I had to go to Truist, for instance. The bank that you and the other brother went to, that was a pretty large financial bank.
Yeah, Truist.
Yeah, the bank up where I live at.
Yeah.
I went in there the other day. There was three people working. So I talked to the young lady that I know since I've been banking with them. I said, "Where's everybody at?" She just said and told me they're doing away with people. They're getting ready to shut this down. AI. She said AI is going to take over everything. Everything that you need will be generated through AI conversation.
Yeah.
And she said my job is coming to an end. That's what she told me. She said this bank is going to close down. This institution, as far as its brick and mortar, is going to shut its doors.
Yeah. And then the other thing that, I should just say, if you're from a certain generation where you were acclimated to doing business face to face, there's a generation that's, I don't know if it's the millennials or Gen Z, what do they call it?
Millennials?
Well, the youngest group that's now coming into their
Z group.
So these people everything they do is just video. I mean, well, electronic or digital, if you want to call it. Of course, for someone used to going into places, picking up things and all that, I'm noticing that there's more order delivered to your front door. Drop ship from the manufacturer to your front door. So brick and mortar as a whole, if you can envision it, is going the way of the horse and buggy.
Oh yeah.
Right? Now, those of us that are older, that I still got to go out and hit my stuff. I got you, but the reality is the young people who are the next generation are sitting at home, working, eating, playing, and doing everything. So I already see the future. I know it's coming. In Atlanta, I see these driverless cars.
Yeah, I just seen one last week.
There you go.
I pulled up beside it. Right, they got all the cameras on the side and the bottom of the. They got like it looked like a dish on the top of the car.
And then you
it
just
was
see
white.
You just see it spinning.
I rode up and I pulled up beside it. I looked over. I was able to see the passenger because the back seat window is dark.
Right.
But there was nobody driving
the car. Right.
Nobody driving the car. And then I went home and I pulled it up. Waymo pilot program is here in Atlanta and in Philadelphia.
Right.
And they said they have, in each city they have 50 cars.
Right. So with that being said, as we're having this discussion, you think about Uber and Lyft. Those jobs are rejected. Because I may be incorrect on this, but I believe I read something. I just got to do my research. That the owners of Lyft and Uber are investors. So in order for them to not lose their footing on the market that they've created for themselves, they're getting ready to transition, right? Because they don't have, Uber and Lyft don't have inventory. Guys are driving their own cars. So I can see the day coming that they're going to transition to Waymo, and they don't need the person anymore.
Yeah. And one of the things were, as Uber and Lyft got larger, the actual drivers wanted more income because they had cut their percentage. They wanted benefits. And that's just a big, back and forth. So having somebody that's not in the car, which is, to any of us, that just sounds bizarre. But it's here.
You say it sounds bizarre.
Yeah, but it's here.
Those that haven't seen it, just like him, I saw it in San Francisco back in the All-Star game this year. My wife and I were out there and on the streets. The same thing. The pilot program was probably in Frisco at the time.
Right.
And an excellent time to put it out there is during, a large event like that. But them cars are maneuvering the streets. I've seen them on the highway, and I haven't heard anything yet about any accidents.
No.
So,
but when I was reading about this, the next one, and Tesla had presented it, but it's going to be the 18-wheelers moving, product. You know what I mean? Goods and services. That's coming.
So part of it, when you look at it, when we're speaking on the cryptocurrency, the digital age is here. It's not going back. AI is here. So not only should you invest in cryptocurrency and do your due diligence because all the information is free online, but also invest in AI. I couldn't tell you personally whatever the top AI stocks are at the moment, but invest in it. Do you and your family a favor. Millionaires are being created with this new advancing technology. Now, of course, we know there's some making billions, but I know for the regular working class man or woman, if you can invest something now in the next 5 to 10 years, it can net you a couple of $1,000,000. I know that would be a home run.
They got a new coin. I think I shared it with you. But this new coin is going to be, they're trying to work out a deal. Matter of fact, let me just go back a little bit. Remember we talked about XRP. XRP has applied to be a bank, but not in the sense of a traditional bank.
Right.
But it has applied to get their banking license. Coinbase has applied for their banking license. So what does that say? That's major, right? But there's a coin that's out too that's trying to build a relationship with XRP. Whereas, like for instance, most people that work a job get paid weekly, bi-weekly, or monthly, right? That's just been the norm for however long it's been. But this new coin, even though your job pays you by the week, bi-weekly, or monthly, this new cryptocurrency will allow your job to put your payroll daily, hourly, so you can get paid hourly, or you can get paid daily. Outside of, even though your agreement with your job says 2 weeks, monthly or weekly. This, if they decide to go with this platform will allow you to get paid hourly or daily.
That's interesting. I mean, but at the end of the day, after you shut down each day, you've earned your day's keep.
Right.
So as long as they can keep the accounting and you only have access to that day's wages, I don't see anything wrong with it. You know what I'm saying? So and it's showing just the rapid advance in technology. Because I know for most people, like you said, we're accustomed to getting paid weekly, bi-weekly, or monthly. So now, as you're stating, it's almost you can get paid hourly.
That's right.
So that's definitely a mind blow.
Oh yeah. A lot of antennas gonna go up when they really put it out there.
Yeah.
That's coming as well. So ladies and gentlemen, please do your due diligence. On the crypto. I mean, the crypto space is here to stay. It's not going anywhere. It's in fifth gear, and the elimination of paper money is coming sooner than you think. If you don't have a digital wallet, you won't have the access to buy nor sell. So it's important. Until next time, like, follow, and share. Peace.